But training frequency, well, training frequency is simply the number of training sessions completed in a given time period, typically 1 week. So, is it 2 times per week, 3 times per week, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 14 or even 21, because you could go multiple sessions in a day. You need to know what that is. So you need to know what your frequency is so you know how to break things apart. The training status. Training status affects the number of rest days needed between sessions. Think back about the first time you ever squatted. And you can probably remember that the next day you woke up and you were not able to walk, you weren't able to sit down on the toilet, you weren't able to do much of anything. Like that, whenever you have had low training stress or no training stress before, you're going to take longer to recover between sessions. So a frequency of 3 workouts per week is recommended for many athletes to allow sufficient recovery between sessions, but you might need 4 or 6 or 7 days between workouts if the training stress is that high. If we look here, we're looking at, based off of the training status, what the number of recommended sessions is per week for an athlete. So we look at a beginner, 2 to 3 sessions a week, intermediate 3 to 4, and advanced would be 4 to 7. And typically with the advanced, you're looking at using split routines rather than just a full body 7 times a week. The more highly resistance trained intermediate or advanced can augment by using a split routine like we just mentioned, which different muscle groups are trained on different days. So here's an example of some common splits. We could see we've got 1 or 2 day here, a 2-day training split where 1 day is lower, the next day is upper, and alternate back between those. So we see how Monday is lower, Tuesday is upper, Wednesday is rest, Thursday is lower, Friday is upper, Saturday and Sunday are rest. We look at another split, another common split was the chest, shoulders, and tries, back, traps, and buys, and lower body. And we see how Sunday is rest, Monday is chest, shoulders, tries, Tuesday is lower, Wednesday's back, buys, and traps, Thursday's rest, Friday's chest, shoulders, and traps, Saturday is lower body, and then rest and repeat. And then we've got just another split below, chest and back, day 1, lower body, day 2, shoulders and arms, day 3, rest, and repeat. You get a 6 time per week session. Now, seasonal demands of the sport may limit the time available for resistance training because, for 2 reasons. 1, the amount of energy available for the athlete, and 2, regulations that would be for high school, college, or professional athletes. So here we see the sports season, or the training period, off-season, preseason, in-season, and postseason, and we see the frequency guidelines for each of these sessions. So off-season, 4 to 6 per week, preseason 3 to 4, in-season 1 to 3, and postseason, which would be active rest, 0 to 3. Now we look at training load and exercise type. Athletes who train with maximal or near maximal loads require more recovery time before their next training session. And the stronger the athlete is, the longer sometimes it might take to recover between the sessions. So if you are, and conversely, if you're going with submaximal loads, it won't take you as long to recover for the next training session. Now, other training. Training frequency is influenced by the overall amount of physical stress. So you need to consider the effects of other aerobic or anaerobic training, sport skill practice, which may be player-led, physically demanding occupations. I remember having several athletes who were working construction, doing the grunt work during the summer preseason. And we had to alter their training, otherwise they were going to get hurt. Also, you have to consider the effects of life stress, academic stress, other things. They all play a role into it. So you don't want somebody getting hurt or overtraining because you're pushing at a time that would be completely inappropriate based off of their other activities.